Students, welcome to the session. In the previous session, we had gone through what are the different type of what you can say the teams which you can make out on the the criteria available based on that. Fine. So it may be based on the functional teams. Fine, or it may be based on the project teams, or sometimes it may be what you can say the based on the group or the matrix, which is the combination of functional and the project teams or something. Fine. So what we did in case of your functional teams, fine. So we have divided the teams based on the functional areas in which the people, those who are expertise in. Fine. And also we have taken an example of the how a same team can contribute its resources either in the form of manpower, either in the form of what you can say the tools and technologies may be used in that case. Fine. So that will be shared between the different type of projects. That also is in one case, that is project teams, and functional is based on the functional areas. Okay. So in case of your functional area, the people will become the expertise in that particular domain, in that particular functional area where they will be working from long time, and they are going to gain an experience based on that. Fine. So in case of your functional teams, fine. So we do have for example, let us take an development team, for example a testing team, a people or a person who is already having a knowledge and he had been working for 5 to 6 years in the testing domain, means obviously he will get an experience and he will be more knowledgeized in that particular area. So whatever task and the related problems he can easily solve because he is experienced in that. So in case of your what you can say the functional teams, fine. So it will help you to get the experience and to become an expert in that particular domain. That is what is your functional area. Fine, it is the functional team. And then in case of your project team, each and every project will be having what you can say the shared the common resources. Fine. So whenever that person is required to that particular task, then he will be allocated to that particular project, and he shares that span of time and experience during that particular duration of the project execution. Again he comes back to his functional area. This is what is the project team. Fine. Then it comes the matrix, which is the combination of both functional and the matrix, where there are both the situations you will come across where he belongs to a functional area, one particular functional area, and also he is working for some other projects in the same domain or like that. So that is what is the matrix combination, or you can say it as a matrix stream. So where it's a combination of functional and the project team both. Fine. Then it comes coordination and the dependencies. Fine. So whenever you are working in a team, these two are the two main what you can say the objectives you need to concentrate on. Fine. So right now as the topic itself is working in a team, right? So whenever you are working in a team, what do you mean by team? So you are there in a group of people. You are also in a member of a group of people where you need to communicate with each other, where you need to respect the work of others, where you need to listen to others. Exactly, right? So in that case, the working in a team means there should be a coordination is required between. So you should not what you can say another this thing is yesterday we had discussed, that is egoless programming. You should not the communication should not be in a one way. Fine. You should listen to others, and you have to go through the whatever the new technology and all they have learned to that implemented in that particular project. You have to learn from that. So that is what is we have gone through. Fine. So what do you mean by the coordination and the dependencies? So what in case of what kind of coordination, fine, and what kind of dependencies will exist in case of the working in a team? So when you are saying you are working in an individual format, fine. So you will be having your own resources, you will be having your idea, and you will come up with the solution for that after executing and all. Fine. But in case of what you can say, whenever we are working in a team, the resources will be shared. Fine. Sometimes you may get the resource. fine. So when you do have a resource but you don't have an idea in mind how to work on it, so or it may happen that you are still working on it when you'll be having what you can say the resources with you. Later that resources may be shared with some other person as per their requirement or as per the schedule, fine. So this is the coordination is required, and you have to depend on somebody else's work as an input to your development of the product or something, fine. So whenever you are working in a team means a project is segregated, project is divided into different types of modules, fine. So when a first module gives an input, then only you can start with the second or third or upcoming modules. You can plan at least based on the inputs given by the previous modules or something. So in that case, you need to be dependent on another team, you need to be dependent on another person who is a part of your team, fine. So that is what is the kind of dependency is required, fine. So that dependency may be the input given by the previous what you can say the team or the module you can say it as, or that dependency may be that you belongs to you dependent on somebody else's work, fine. Based on that output your work will start. In that case you need to be dependent on him, fine. And the case of resources, whenever you are working in a team, obviously these resources will be shared, fine. So whenever it is your turn, you should be perfectly ready to work on it, fine. So in that case the sharing of the resources will also be work in case of your team working in a team concept. So here that resources may be based on what you can say, again in the same sense, it would be manpower, it would be a tools and technology used, fine, or it would be in any format that resource can be shareable between the members of that particular team, or it may with the different team or something. So in that case, so a kind of coordination and a dependencies will exist in case of your what you can say whenever you are working in a team situation, fine. So the first thing is what we have listed over here, what kind of coordination and dependencies you may get, or the commonly listed coordination and dependencies in case of your working in a team. So, okay, when you will be working in a team, so these may be the possible points you may come across, fine. So first one is shared resources, yes, shared resources. Next one is producer and customer relationship. Okay, we'll discuss one by one, fine. So what is first one is the shared resources. Next, second one is the producer and customer relationship. Third one, task and subtask dependencies, fine. Fourth one, accessibility dependencies, just I have marked it over there. So accessibility dependencies, that is the right time, and usability, the right thing what you will be using, dependencies, that is accessibility dependencies, usability dependencies, then fit requirement. Okay, what is this fit requirement? So we'll discuss one by one. So first one is shared resources. So here in this case a coordination and both the dependencies will exist in case of your shared resources. Yes, of course, whenever in case of your shared resources, what you can say, the team leader plays a very important role, how he is going to assign a task and how he is going to allocate the resources to that particular task is very important. There should not be what you can say the ambiguity between when it will be used, where it will be used, what are the person or who are all the person allocated to that particular task. Everything need to be very clearly scheduled by your team leader first of all, fine. So this is the very first and foremost thing which needs to be taken care by your team leader, because the team leader is the one who is going to assign the task, or first of all you can say it as identifying the task. Then identifying the task, then he will go through the requirement analysis, then he will go to the different type of people which he may have in his team, fine. So based on his expertise he is going to allocate that particular person to that particular task, fine. Then the resources may be common, fine. So there are some situations where you may come across the limited resources need to be shared, or in sometimes you don't want to hire more number of employees to that particular task. It should be done within what you can say the available resources within that span of time. So it is better you share the resources among the different tasks and get the work done by those people, those who involved in that particular task. So here we can observe these different type of what you can say the what you can say, the resources can be shared with the different, for the example, the lab sessions, fine. So we do have a lab session scheduled for different timings will be allocated to the different departments, okay, from 1 to 1 particular times, okay, for example, so from morning 8 to 11, one particular department will be having their lab. From 11 to 2 for the same resources, we will be having another, what you can say, the department which will conduct its respective students lab, fine, okay. And then in for the next from 2 to 5, okay, in that span of time, so another department or the students or a group of students will conducted or the taken the lab in that particular session. Here you can observe the resources are same, fine. So the resources are same and you are sharing those resources based on the how you have scheduled. So that is what is the, what you can say, a role of your team leader. So where which task is identified, what is the, who are the people allocated to that particular task, and which are all the number of available resources you do have to perform that particular task, that you need to identify, and a team leader has to make a perfect schedule how those resources can be shareable between the different tasks. And also for that one particular team may depend on the another team or something, so they may share what you can say, the resources. So whenever it is required based on that schedule, so they will be accessible to those resources. So this is how the coordination and dependencies will be there in the case of your, what you can say, the shared resources. This is the first point. Then it comes the producer and customer relationship. What is that? A producer and a customer relationship. Whenever, that is what yesterday also and in many cases we have been discussing, nowadays we are not going to what you can say, the develop an entire project at once, fine. So in the what you can say, in a day-to-day life, what we are going, project is getting divided into different type of modules which can be say as an increments, and the project will be getting developed by increment, right? So in some different modules, and they will be released to the market. So whenever you are working with the producer and the customer relationship, so you should be there are some, what you can say, the task which will be dependent on that particular okay, that particular this thing. So here one particular task, fine, will give input to the other task or something. So in that case, what is that producer customer, that is the right time. For one example, they have given a business analyst may need to produce an agreed requirements document before the development of software components can begin. Yes, of course. So they have given one best example for this particular producer customer relationship, that is at the right time, fine. What is that right time is, a business analyst, what is his work is who is going to produce an agreed requirement document, fine, before the development team and to the software components can begin, fine. So that is what that is what is required in case of your producer and customer relationship. What could be the one task is giving input to the another what you can say, the team which may depend on that particular task. See, suppose for example they have taken a business analyst, fine, who needs to produce, fine, agreed requirement, fine. So what is his role? What is the role of your business analyst? He is going to, first of all, he need to identify the requirements. He need to conduct a meeting with the different type of stakeholders who involved in that particular task, fine. So that may be the customer or the target audience, you can say it as, and the management of that particular organization, then the stakeholders to who are invested money in that, and the, what you can say, if you are developing it for a particular person or it will be, what you can say, in a public, you are generally developing that particular software or something. See, there are that is what, there are different type of requirements you need to analyze. So whenever they are developing a game, right, and whenever they are these apps, what you will be using, fine, like your Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. So there are different applications where you will be using these are the general kind of applications which they have developed, and you will be using those, right? And some kind of applications which you are developing for a specific customer or the client, you can say it as, based on their needs. Yes, based on their requirement, you are developing the software. Say for example, you are developing one application for SBI. Yes, for SBI bank, you are developing one application which is based on the requirement of the SBI bank or that particular client or something. So based on that, you are developing a application that is specifically for one client, and in other way the general categorized software products which will be using as a part of public, fine. So that will be a gaming or any kind of applications which you will be accessing. So based on that, what is the role of your business analyst is, fine. So first he will analyze what type of product you are developing, who are all the stakeholders involved in that. Okay, so he will conduct a meeting, he will get the requirements done, then he will finalize. Then once the requirements and both the parties are what you can say the okay with that particular agreement, then only a development team will come into the picture. Yes or no? Fine. In that case, based on the requirements for the development team and for the proceedings for the design and all, a business analyst has to give the agreed requirement document to the development team or the design team, you can say it as, fine. So here the requirement analysis is required to develop or design that particular task. So first you are dependent on the what is the produced by that, so that is giving an input to the next module. So that is what is at the right time, at the right time. So here we have mentioned at the right time, so that is producer and customer relationship at the right time. Whenever the particular model gives the what you can say the input at the right time, then only another module can begin based on those inputs. Yes or no? So or else your project may be delayed. Your project may be delayed. So you have categorized your project into so many what you can say the modules, and you have allocated that much time to that particular what you can say the modules or something. So for module 1 2 days, for module 2 it may be the 5 days, or for the next module. So you have allocated some time or some time duration for those particular assignments. If module 1 makes a delay, then obviously the rest all modules will be get delayed by sometimes or something. So if that situation should not occur, means the right time you need to deliver the what you can say that particular task which has been assigned to that particular model. So that is what the kind of relationship which exists between the producer and the customer relationship. So then task and subtask development. See here one task, whenever you come across with the different type of task involved in this. So whenever it comes to the task, so it is the combination of different type of task, fine. So if you say just testing of a software, it is not only a testing, so it may involve a different type of testing which involved in it, fine. It may be a unit testing, it may be a what you can say the system testing, it may be a integration testing or something, fine. So when you comes up with the testing of the software, it is not only a one task, there are what you can say the different modules and the different levels or the different subtasks which involved in that particular task. Okay, so based on those subtasks, okay, once you done with all these subtasks, then only you can say that okay, I am done with the testing part of that particular product or something. So that is what is the relationship between the task and subtask dependencies. So once you done with all these subtasks, then only you can claim that you are done with the testing, or you are done with that particular main task or something. So that is what is the dependency which is there in case of your task and subtask, fine. So then it comes to the fourth point, that is accessibility dependencies. Accessibility dependencies is whenever that particular product or that particular what you can say the resource is available, fine. So in that particular situation, fine. So here we do have a two sides, one is situation and one is the resource. At that particular resource, at that particular situation, if that resource is available, then it could be an accessibility dependencies, because in both the cases, see, you can observe here, accessibility and usability dependencies, they what you can say the to completely depend on right time and the right thing. Okay, so here whenever a patient is what you can say is an emergency, fine. So that particular what you can say the doctor, or else in case of in other sense you can say it as whenever there is an emergency, ambulance should be what you can say should be allocated, or ambulance should be present in that. So in that case, the right place and the right situation or the resources must match with each other. So in that case, that is the what you can say the dependency of that particular accessibility dependency. So whenever it is required that a particular resource should be available in that situation, so that is what is the accessibility resources. So if that time span gone, so I'm sorry, if that time goes, fine, in that case you don't have any significance of that resources even if it is available. So in such cases, whenever it is required, in what situation it is required, whether that resource is available or not, so that is what is the more, what you can say, the important. See, and another this thing is, what you can say, the usability dependencies. One is based on the situation and time, and another one is the situation and the thing or the resources which you are sharing with. Say, suppose for example, if you have agreed, fine, to deliver, you have agreed to deliver 10 systems before so and so date to one particular organization, fine, because it may have a need, fine, so they have given our order in well in advance and you have agreed to that, fine, so they are in need of a product which you are going to deliver to them on that particular time, fine, so that is what is the usability, fine. So whenever you are going to deliver that particular product, so then how it is getting used by those organizations, so that is the situation, time and the resources. Are you getting my point? Three things are this particular concept is revolving around. So first one is situation, fine, or else you can say it as time, the correct time, the situation and the resources. If they are working properly means, so then you can, what you can say, the concept of your accessibility dependencies and your usability dependencies will work properly. So that is what, if it is available at that particular situation, then only we do have some significance and importance to that particular resource, fine. If not, then no. That is what, in case of medical emergency, ambulance should be available or something. So that is what is the example of your accessibility and usability dependencies. Then it comes the fit requirements. What is this fit requirements? The fit requirements in case of your condition and the coordination and dependencies is, if you have developed, see, suppose for example, this is an example of an integration testing. What do you mean by integration testing? The best example for this fit requirements is, so you have developed a different type of modules, right? You have developed a different type of, what you can say, the products, fine. After integrating all those products, you will come across for the integration testing. The thing is, individually they may work properly, but when you integrate them with the other the products or the other, what you can say, the task or something, so when you combine those in one unit, they may not perform, or you are going to expect some other type of output which you have not expected, fine. So in that case the integration testing, so that is fit requirements. See, whenever a car comes out of the, what you can say, the factory outlet, or whenever it comes from that particular showroom or something, it should be perfectly, what you can say, working, right? So if something went wrong means your complete, what you can say, the testing will be proved wrong or something. So you made some mistake. So if there is some mistake in, what you can say, some dents you may find, and some, what you can say, the scratches you may find, or if it is not working properly, if steering is not working properly, if window shields are not working properly, there are, what you can say, a complete car when it comes to the showroom, so it should be perfectly tested and have all the equipments which are assembled in that particular car are working properly. So that is what is the integration testing. So here a car is a combination of different type of parts within it, right? So if everything is working, then car is working properly. So that is what, so whenever you integrate the different, what you can say, the properties or the different type of, what you can say, the individual this thing in an integrated manner, so then they should perform well. So that is what is the requirement. See, that is also one kind of requirement. So that is what, first one is shared resources, producer and customer relationship, task and subtask, accessibility and usability dependencies, and fit requirements. So these are the, what you can say, the some concepts which you may come across whenever you are working in a team. Okay. Then the next concept what we have mentioned is nothing but your dispersed and virtual teams. What is this dispersed and virtual teams? Okay, so right now we are talking about working in teams, fine. So that team may work together physically, or that team may work what you can say in a dispersed format and they are virtually connected, then that could be an what you can say the main intention or objective of your dispersed and virtual teams. Okay, so sometimes there are some situation arises where the people who are working in what you can say in a team, okay, in a team, so the coordination is required obviously, fine. See, suppose for example, so let us take one what you can say the one physical space is available for as an office purpose, fine, and all the teams are working in the same physical space, fine. What is the advantage over here? The first and foremost thing is the coordination, fine. So because if you wanted to take some suggestion from the testing team, they are available at the same place. If the requirement team, they are available at the same place. If the development team, they are available at the same place. So in one what you can say the physical space, all the teams are working together, fine. So one, that is what the advantage is, nothing but your dependencies and the coordination will be very good in case of that situation or something. But when it comes sometimes and some other kind of what you can say the situation where an what you can say an employee need to work in patience, fine. So whenever all the teams are working in the same physical space, so they may situation will be noisy, which may not good for another type of what you can say the software the people those who involved in that. So they need to be what you can say they don't want to be a part of that. So they need a peace and they need a separate what you can say the environment and the peace environment. They don't want the noisy environment to be present to be worked or something. Some people those are working for a research and all, fine. So in that case the situation creates a problem when you are working in a same physical space. Okay, so then we come up with what you can say the concept, fine, or the another what you can say they have introduced another concept, that is dispersed and virtual teams, fine. So here you may come across in your day-to-day life whenever nowadays a software company people are working in a obviously that in a current situation they are working in a what you can say in a virtual teams only, fine. So in a virtual teams it may be in the same what you can say in the campus, or it may be in the some different what you can say the place, fine. So you might have observed the headquarter of one MNC will be in a Bangalore and the sub what you can say it's another company or the branch will be there in Hubli or in some other what you can say in the remote places, you can say it as, fine. The main branch will be different, the sub the what you can say the headquarter will be different, the branch will be in a different city and they are communicating with each other virtually, fine. And in sometimes it may happen whenever you are conducting a meeting, fine, a client will be in some remote what you can say the place, fine, and the company will be in some remote place and the employees those who are working on that particular task will be at the remote place. So they are connected how in a virtual manner and they are dispersed in a different places. The teams which are working for the same purposes, they are working in the same project, they are communicating with each other, work is getting done, everything is proper, no problem. The thing is they are dispersed in nature, fine, and also they are connected virtually. So that is what is the main motto of your this thing, that is dispersed and virtual teams, fine. So that is what is the introduction of dispersed and virtual teams. You may come across, fine, a manager will be in some remote place, employee will be in some remote place, fine. So they are communicating with each other virtually and the process will be proceeded. The process will be started based on that communication or something. So that is what is nothing but your dispersed and virtual teams, fine. So what are the possible advantages? The possible advantage is whenever you do have a limited resources, whenever you are facing a financial crisis or something, in that case instead of hiring all these things, so whenever that particular situation arises as a need of that employee, you are going to hire him for so much time and he will be working and again he will be back to his main functional or something. See, suppose for example you do have one apartment. So for example, let us take in that apartment you will be having 20 flats or 30 flats, fine. So one obviously in a situation there is a one dedicated what you can say a person who is allocated for a plumbing purpose, fine, plumbing work. Then one dedicated electrician will be there who will be knowing the complete, what you can say, the situation where he has inserted the wires, where he invested, and when he will be aware of that particular situation, electrician, plumbing, and whenever it is required a particular experts, so there is a dedicated this thing, so they will be hired when it is required. So it is, what you can say, a kind of, what you can say, the advantage in case of your dispersed and virtual team. So when it is required, so you are going to hire that particular person for that particular task. So that is what. So next one is the flexible use of staff. They are not employed when they are not needed. Fine. The productivity might be higher. Yes, of course, because everybody are expert in their areas in this case. Fine. So that is what you are going to get, and a good productivity out of it. Fine. Then next one is use of specialist staff for a specific job. That is what just now we discussed. Rather than more general project workers might improve the quality. Fine. In some cases, you do have employees who are working in that, but there are some situation comes in case of your project part where you need a suggestion from an expert. So in that case, you can hire that particular expert and get the work done by him. Fine. Okay. And the next, another advantage can be a people working in different time zone to reduce the task duration. That is what, simultaneously all are working. So whenever you are coming up with the project, in case of a possible advantages, as we know, the dispersed and virtual teams, they are working simultaneously at the same time, even though they are dispersed, fine, but the work is getting done at the very less time. So that is what is the possible advantage in case of your dispersed team. Fine. Then it comes the possible, what you can say, the challenges. What are the different challenges you may come across? So first one is the requirement for the work is distributed to contractors have to be carefully specified. Yes, the requirements should be very careful. See, there are some situations, so when you come across, when you are talking to that particular person face to face, fine, if both the persons are present physically, then the communication mode will be different. But when you are talking to him, when you are communicating with him virtually, the situations will be different. So you may say something, he may listen something, the situation may lead you to some another kind of a problem. So that is, there are some kind of a challenges. You should be very specific in giving the, what you can say, the requirement analysis. The next one is the coordination is dispersed workers can be difficult. Yes, of course. Fine, we'll discuss. The payment method may need to be modified to make them fixed price or the piece rate. So what is this fixed price? That he is a permanent employee, so he will be getting that much salary. Or piece rate means how he is going to develop that software, up to what extent. So based on that, you are giving the salary. So payment method needs to be modified. Fine. Then you cannot completely trust the co-worker who are working in the what you can say, the remote place, who you have never seen. Fine. So whenever he is working for that, so you cannot completely trust on him. Fine. So based on that, and the different time zones can cause a communication and coordination problems. Fine. So different time zones, obviously they are dispersed in nature. So we had discussed saying that the teams will be in a dispersed format. A client will be in some place and the manager will be in some place, and the, what you can say, the another team which will be testing it is at the some another remote place. A coordination will be a what you can say, will be the different. It may be, what you can say, in case of communication, or it may be in case of, what you can say, the internet problem or something. So there are different type of, what you can say, the situation arise which may give you a problem in that case. So that is what is the coordination and communication problem will arise in that case. So this is what the dispersed teams, dispersed and virtual teams. Then we'll start the another concept which involved in working at teams, that is communication. Fine. So they have mentioned how the communication genders will occur, or what are the different types of category for the communication to be exist between the different people, those who are working in a team. Fine. So they have mentioned one table. Fine. So the same time and the different time and the different type of communication modes they have mentioned over here. Okay. In any what you can say the project in any company, fine, the communication or the different type of what you can say the communication modes plays an important role over here. Fine. So why this communication is required? Fine. Whenever you are working in a team, it is an what you can say the main objective. Fine, and it is the what you can say the more in other sense you can say it as it is very important to communicate with each other, fine, because you are working in a team. So in that sense, fine, so the different type of communication methods and modes are also involved in that, fine. So it may be in the formal communication, informal communication, or it may be when the two persons with the different what you can say the position they are talking, so the mode of the communication will be different. When the two people involved what you can say the same time and but the place is different, same time same place. So this is how they have categorized what are the different types of communication modes and what are the another type of rules need to be followed, and the different type of convention that needs to be followed is being mentioned. Then time and place for that particular communication, so they have generalized over here. So here you can observe whenever you are communicating with your colleague, fine. So whenever you are communicating with your colleague, generally it will be an informal communication. So you may call him, you may message him, fine, you may do a video chat or something. So that is what, so based on some informal communication, so you are going to communicate with him, and then you are going to get the information from him. So that is how when there are different situations. So when you are talking to your the senior manager, whenever you are talking to your what you can say the senior person, then or in whenever you are talking in case of your official matter, so it is instead of what you can say the general or the informal communication, you need to maintain a formal communication where you can send what you can say the email or something, so wherein the communication is very proper, fine. So whenever you are talking to a general body meeting, you need to follow some rules and regulations, and the convention of each and every this thing needs to be followed. I think the prototype should be followed in that case, fine. So that is what in each and every this thing communication differs, and it is very important at the time and place. It also an important role here. So here you can observe, so there is some simple table there where they have mentioned same time, different time, and here they have mentioned same place and different place. Okay, so different modes of what you can say the communication they have mentioned same time and at the same place. It could be a meeting. So it is better when you communicate with that particular person physically, fine. So that is face-to-face communication is very much effective in that case. If you are meeting that particular person at the same time and the same place which has been allocated, fine, and then it would be an interview also. So that is what is the mode of communication where they need to communicate. If it comes with the same time and same place, then it comes the same time but at the different place. So this is the another scenario which comes into picture where you can communicate through telephone. You can make a what you can say the telephonic call to that particular person, and clearly you will discuss about the instances. Then the instant messaging. So nowadays you will be what you can say of WhatsApp is also become an official this thing where you will create your own group and you are going to communicate with the persons those who you wanted to communicate with. Okay, in that case, so whenever you are conducting and you are working in a virtual teams or something at the same time but the different place, you may call that is telephonic call, and you may instant message using the different type of modes. That is thing. Next comes the different time and at the same place. So that is what is the notice board. Fine. So whenever that particular person comes to that, so he will go through that and he will come to know what needs to be done, and also that is different time and at the same space. Place, that is you are nothing but the notice board or something, and the different time and the different place, it will be an voicemail, or you are going to give a document which need to be performed, what need to be done, and kind of a manual or the assessment will be given to that particular module. So that is what whenever it comes to the communication, fine. So you need to communicate with the different level of people in whenever you are working in a team. So that is plays a very vital role in case of that, fine. Whenever you are working in a team, fine. So you may communicate with your colleagues, you may communicate with your higher ups, you may communicate attending any meeting or something. So what needs to be followed, those rules and regulations, and some what you can say whenever it is a general body meeting or something, you need to follow some prototype and the different modes of communication which is suitable for what type of situation that is mentioned over here. Then it comes that based on the nature of information, right? What is the extent and the complexity of the information to be conveyed, fine. So based on that also the information will be better. So if you are texting and if you are messaging to that particular person, where what you can say the complexity is more or something, so instead of doing that, you can just communicate him through call or something, or if you meet him personally, that is an best approach, fine. Then is it easy to understand or something? So if the situation is very what you can say not so problematic, then it is very easy to what you can say to communicate or something. When it is a complexity involved in that, so whether it is solved or not, that you need to analyze, fine. Then where the communication is personally sensitive, okay, so where the situation is sensitive, you cannot communicate through phone or through some what you can say the message or something where other person can access the information. In that case, it is better to meet him face to face, like the many defense what you can say the activities will be performed in that sense. So that is what is the mode of the communication, fine. And in case of your communication, you will come across, fine, what is the content, fine, what is the content, fine, based on that meeting. Then what is the who are all the target audience and the stakeholders and the management people involved in that, you will come across as a result. Then the purpose, what is the purpose of that meeting, fine. So that is very important, what is the purpose, based on that people involved will be different in that, fine. Then it comes the frequency, when they need to communicate with each say for example, for every day or on weekly basis, employee needs to give the status to his team lead or something. So okay, what is the frequency when they need to communicate with their higher ups is the one criteria. Then type and method, so what is the type and what is the method of the communication. So he can just mail it or personally he may come, so that is as a part, that's also one kind of what you can say the thing which is involved in it. Then the responsibility, fine. So that is the person who indicates the person initiates that communication who will be holding the responsibility of that, fine. So that is what is the purpose of your communication, fine. So in the next class we will come across we'll go through the leadership, and will go through some other concepts of the risk management in a project. What is the risk involved in it? Fine. How to overcome that risk? Fine. How to analyze the risk? How to assess the risk? And what are the best practice methods which are available to handle with the risk? Fine. That we will discuss in the next class. Fine. Thank you.